We have some breaking news to talk about regarding Doctor Strange 3. This movie sounds like it's going to be insane, and this update is all thanks to Production Weekly. So with that being said, it's not like the most reliable source ever, but they do tend to get some things right, so take this with a grain of salt, but honestly, I do believe it. So on Production Weekly's website, they actually had a bit of an update for Doctor Strange 3. We have a description of the movie, and there's some pretty big announcements in there. The first one being that Sam Raimi is the director attached to this project. Now, honestly, I think this makes sense. Sam Raimi said, he's talking to Marvel Studios and he could potentially do another Marvel project, and he said that he would want to. So I just think it makes sense to give him Doctor Strange 3. Doctor Strange 2 was a success and made about $750 million worldwide, and it did get decent reviews. Like, it wasn't amazing and the reviews weren't bad, but I think the majority of fans would like to see Sam Raimi return to direct Doctor Strange 3. And I just love this dude's visuals, like he makes movies look absolutely gorgeous, and if they can tighten up the story and script for the third movie, I think it could be amazing. The second thing that they wrote was that Charlize Theron is going to be in this movie. Now, I thought that was kind of obvious. She literally pops up at the end of Multiverse of Madness, obviously teasing an adventure with Stephen Strange. And later on in the video, when we talk about the actual description of the movie, you'll kind of get an idea as to what that adventure is going to be. But yeah, it looks like Charlize is going to be in this movie, and I can't wait to see Clea. Now, the third thing in this Production Weekly update here is the fact that it says Denzel Washington may be Dormammu in this movie. That is huge. There was rumors a few months ago that Denzel Washington was talking with Marvel Studios, and honestly, I think he would be a really, really good Dormammu if this is all true. Like, just imagine Denzel as Dormammu. I just think that casting would be so great for this character. He's obviously got the acting chops. I think his voice would work really well for this type of character too, so I hope this one's true. Now let's talk about the leaked description for Doctor Strange 3, because it actually sounds pretty crazy. Now I'm going to get myself off the frame because I'm going to be looking at the phone reading this, but anyways, let's see here. So it says Dr. Stephen Strange, played by Benedict Cumberbatch, obviously, has been sought out by a multiversal organization called the Black Priests. Now, if you guys are comic book fans, you'll know exactly who those are, what that group is. Then it says here that Clea is a member of this organization, and the Black Priest HQ will be in the nothing space of destroyed universes. So that's pretty cool. This realm exists between two universes that have basically crashed into each other. Then it says revelations come to light that unveil the impending doom of the multiverse itself. So maybe there is some Doctor Doom cameo or something. That was a big rumor a few months ago that RDJ might be popping up in this movie. Then it continues to say the underlying cause of the impending decay traces back to a series of incursions spanning the entire multiverse. Among these, the most recent disruption was triggered by none other than Doctor Strange, which we know he's a big threat to the multiverse thanks to Multiverse of Madness. Then it says this sequel will delve into a concept briefly touched upon in the preceding film, Doctor Strange's inadvertent role as a potential threat to the stability of the entire multiverse. So I guess I just said that. And then the last part here is the bombshell where it says Denzel Washington mentioned for the role of Dormammu. So it's not confirmed by any means, but I guess Production Weekly sources have mentioned Denzel Washington's name when talking about the Dormammu character. Now, I really hope this one's true. I think Denzel would be perfect for this character. But yeah, guys, there you go. A bit of a Doctor Strange 3 update for you. Now, like I said, take this with a grain of salt. Production Weekly is not, 100% accurate by any means, but I do think some of these things make sense, especially Sam Raimi returning. I think that is like 100% going to happen. Charlize coming back as Clea I thought was extremely obvious. They set that up completely at the end of Doctor Strange 2. And then the big thing with this update today, with Denzel Washington's name being mentioned to possibly be playing Dormammu. I think that would be amazing. Let me know what you guys think about all of this down below in the comments.